So welcome to my channel and welcome to Subic Freeport, Philippines. This used to be the former U.S. Naval base Subic Bay way back in the day. I believe they closed down around 90, 91, somewhere around there after Pinatubo. And what I thought I'd do is kind of a little bit of a walking tour of what's going on here, what kind of progress has been made with the new, and maybe point out some of the old stuff that's still kind of hanging around here. Now, I did do a video here in 2023, so this is kind of like an updated video, and I'll leave that in the link below. That way you have an idea of that one if you're interested in seeing it. But this is an updated one, and right in front of me, this is the Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority building, I believe. And SBMA, those guys actually kind of manage the whole base here, or Freeport. And I've talked to them. They're very nice gentlemen, and they do actually a pretty good job of protecting this territory here. I'll kind of swing it around, and you can see, I think those are some Grande Island boats right there. Because after all, this place is more or less a tourist area now, although you can't see it. Grande Island is behind the container terminal that was once QB Point. And then obviously right here you have the pier, which used to take in a lot of Navy ships back in the day. And the road that I'm on is known as Waterfront Road, so I'll kind of do like a little bit of a circle around the base and do some inland stuff. Now obviously Subic is a very big place, and I don't intend to cover anything more than the general, you know, vicinity that I am in, which is roughly around the base, main base going into Olongapo and that part, and showing you these areas, but not venturing out any further there. So follow me along in this little adventure, and if you have any comments from your previous time here, or you've been here, I'd love to hear from you. So let's get on this little tour here and enjoy. I'll show you this erected site here. This is what I was just standing in front of. It's got the beautiful Philippine flag up there, and just the general vicinity around here. See, this is interesting though. All right, and we got here, these are former senators, actually also former presidents as well. I recognize some of the names on here. That's pretty neat. Some of these are obviously World War II vets. Oh, the Hill Ships Memorial. Interesting. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. But it's nice how they actually do this, make a memorial site down here on the waterfront. See the Australian prisoners of war. Of course, you got to love this Subic Bay sign right here. There's a few of them on here. You're going to see one later on in the video, and it's actually right here in front of the pier. Kind of cool, huh? Looks like they need to repaint it up a little bit though. Almost at the end of Waterfront Road here, and it looks like they have a Korean bakery place called the Reef Hotel. Not a bad place, I guess. Looked brand new at one time. It's a little mock-up ship there. Obviously, I'm not going to be walking on the pier, but to give you an idea, I don't know how old this thing is. I don't know if it's originally here, or if anybody in the comments knows, please let me know. I'd appreciate it. Obviously, there's no ships in today. But I believe this used to be the central area at one time, back in the day. The pier does look in really good shape, though. They've taken well care of it. These little cannons right here. I imagine this has just been around since its former days. It looks like it. Got a bunch of little restaurants like right over there. Liberty Sports Bar right next to it. Actually, that's called the Bureau of Quarantine. So that's, here's Port Authority Administrative Building. That is a brand new building, definitely. And I don't plan on going down that way. Looks like they have some hotels further down the road there, but we'll make our way this way. Another look down Waterfront Road. So just leaving here, I think this used to be known as a main walkway to the gate. And walking along here, they have this a new hotel over here called Segura Residence. It's all brand new. As you can see what it looks like right there. You can book anything down here, no problem. Fairly cheap, by the way, not overly expensive. Over on Betty Lane, before I actually head up this way, this used to be, it looked like a miniature golf area back in the Freeport or U.S. Naval Presence Day. I think that was the main building right there. Yeah, definitely a mini golf area. I looked it up also just to confirm it. Hasn't been opened ever since, but maybe they should just rip this stuff out of here and make something else here. Now, a little bit of history myself concerning this base right here, or Freeport, is I actually deployed in and out of here for quite a few years during the 1980s, so I know it rather well, at least this part of it right here. Now, when we deployed here at 6 months at a time, we didn't actually stay the entire 6 months. This is during my Frogman years too, by the way. We would deploy somewhere else, you know, either to Malaysia, we'd spend, you know, a month there, or Australia, Thailand, Indonesia, Korea, Japan, India. So, and then we'd come back here to the deployment base, and then after that 6 months, we would go back home, you know, to San Diego. So that's my little history on this base itself. And I believe the last time I actually deployed here was 1989, just before Pinatubo went off. So it's what, almost been 40 years, or it's a long time ago. I wonder if this is an original sign. Liberty Route. Could be. Because essentially when the ships pulled in, everybody be walking up and down here. Now I'm coming up to the old West Gate, or known as, I believe, Spanish Gate. And I'm glad they still have this structure here, because this is actually very historic. This is called the Old West Gate. This was the original entrance of the Spanish naval station established in Subic in 1885. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but definitely some history there. And then you get another one here in Tagalog. I'll try to get it from the other side also. There's a lot of traffic here though, so you gotta watch your distance a little bit. This is the inside of it. Kind of cool. History in the making. The view from the other side, and there used to be a restaurant over here called the Spanish Gate, and it was right there. They still have the original structure. It is now a Thai food, Korean food. Now over there, that is the former exchange during the U.S. naval days. It looks like they tried to make something out of it, but it just didn't really work out. Looks like it's abandoned. That's what I'm saying, you know, you're gonna see some stuff on here that's kind of in bits and pieces. Probably they're not really sure what they're gonna do there yet. You know, obviously they need investors to come in and you know, buy the property and, you know, put something on there, but maybe in the future it'll look better. This looks like a nice place called the Meat Plus Cafe. Right across the street from the fire department. See, right across the street, I do believe those used to be the Marine barracks. It's obviously the law enforcement department, but I think that's what was there. If any Marines that have been there around that period, let me know in the comments. Probably would make sense because they probably have some type of holding cells in there, I imagine. I've never been in it, but now obviously they converted a lot of these barracks into hotels, and this is part of the Subic Bay Peninsular Hotel, and this actually used to be one of my barracks. I used to stay on the ground floor over there, but I mean, you can't really recognize it because they put so many add-ons to it. Like obviously this entrance right here, and then the back side was not there as well. It used to be like a back patio right there, and there was no fence or anything. You just kind of walked in. So a little bit of what they actually do here, and I'll show you one more of how they do it. And right there you have the Subic Bay recreational facility. We're gonna check that out. It's a big sports complex. Okay, another one of my former barracks right here, and they call it the Vienza Hotel. And you can see what they did. You can see the barracks part in the background, but obviously they added on the front here. Looks like it's a casino as well. So they really transformed it into something, because they're really quite simple back in the day. Maybe I should stay at this place. I think I will. Maybe on the next trip. Okay, I believe this used to be the old Sam Baguita Club, which is essentially abandoned. It looks like they tried to make it into something. It was called the Golden Dragon Restaurant at one time, after its former U.S. days. And it still looks the same after 2 years. Probably they should just tear this thing down and make something else. See, I don't like to show all the old stuff, but I have to point it out because progress can be slow or fast, and that seems to be a little bit slow. Although at least they put a fence around it, because the last video I did, they didn't even have anything around it. You just walk right up to it. It's kind of sad though. Hopefully they make it into something worthwhile. Around the sports complex over there is the Subic gym. Obviously that's all brand new. This is the, I believe, field or track that's, I think it's the original one here, I believe. Everything's locked down pretty tight, so you just can't walk in. But maybe I can look through the fence here. But it appears to be the original one. Obviously a lot of has been improved on it. This is the outside of the Subic gym. See how massive that place is. I have not been inside it, but looks like a neat place to go. Okay, I'm over here at the main gate that goes into Olongapo City, and I'll kind of show you what the walkway looks like. You got a big SM mall as soon as you get out to Magsaysay, and they just opened this bridge up about a year ago or so. When I was here 2 years ago, they were actually working on it, but this is the intersection, which gets pretty busy. Surprisingly, they don't have any traffic light here. Definitely would help out, but I'll show you what I mean. We'll take a walk across and I'll show you. I'm not going to go too deep inside. I've actually been out here a few times already, but check out this pedestrian gate. Is very, very sweet, along with this new gate right there, which the SBMA guys are manning. Again, they're very strict about who comes on base here, or and they really lock it down tight. Not completely though, but they protect it very well. Now, early in the morning, it's pretty busy on one side, not so much on the other. Left and go down to the other gate and show you this really neat Ayala shopping center. How you doing, man? Right. Pretty good? All right, all right. People see me with the camera, they know what's going on. This is the beginning of a Magsaysay. This SM mall is absolutely awesome. I have been in there a few times, and this is the beginning as soon as you get in. Actually, they got this nice little walkway. It's very neat. It's well kept. And this has really improved a lot. See, all these guys are just waiting because there's no customers yet, not till the end. I gotta show this. At least they're trying to keep this river clean a little bit. Get all that trash out of there. It doesn't really smell as bad as it did in its former time though. Nice little area right here. They have another place right across. We're gonna check that out. It's really nice facility. I believe it's called Harbor Point. It's part of Ayala Malls, which is a franchise mall in the Philippines. I've actually been in some in Makati, and they have them over in Clark. So this is the other gate right here. Very easy to get to. Don't mean to spend too much time here, but you walk from one to the other. Nice little walkway too, in front of the James Gordon Hospital. and this will bring you right back on the Freeport. There is the other entrance into the Freeport from this gate, both, you know, pedestrian, obviously the vehicle gate. This place is called Harbor Point, and it looks like a really neat area. It's right between each gate. The one that I just left out of and then came back in around, I guess it's part of the Ayala Mall system. And I should probably do a separate video on this place alone. Maybe I will. But I'll just go in there and check out a little bit of it. It's your Ayala Malls, Harbor Point, your shopping gateway to Subic Bay. And this is what it's like when you first arrive. Now, I'm not going to do a complete tour of this place. Just kind of show you the highlights of it. And then maybe in a further video, I'll actually walk through it. Here's another little entrance into it, just to kind of show you what it looks like from over here. So, very sweet setup, huh? Looks like they have a lot of little restaurants. They got a Starbucks over here. Looks like I will have to do a video here, I guess. A lot of fun. See if I can fit it in. So right here is the San Roque Chapel. It looks like they're getting ready for a wedding, so I don't think I'm going to be going to check the inside of it. But I'll give you a little history of it from this pier. It was built in 1932 originally, and they transferred it to the U.S. military in 1946, and it was decommissioned in 1992, and the Subic Metropolitan Authority was created to implement and oversee its conversion to a free port. So Catholic services continue under the chapel in this parish. So a lot of history here. Look at this tree trunk. That is an old tree right there. That's got to be about 400 years old, maybe. I don't know, maybe older. Okay, so this is the end of this video, and I'm actually back here at my hotel, which is the Court Meridian. It's really nice little hotel here. I've stayed here before, right on the Waterfront Road. And I covered a lot of ground around this area, put on about 20,000 steps, and saw a lot of, you know, the new, the old, and what is actually going on here. And like I say again, I don't really mean to show like bad places. I'm just kind of showing you what it is and what the progression is coming along. And it is coming along. I'm very impressed on what's actually happening here at Subic Freeport, and I do believe that it's going to turn into a, you know, a thriving tourist zone. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please hit the like button because it really does help out my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video from beautiful Philippines later.